Welcome back to Vegas Aces live stream. My name is Heather Ferris and I'll be your host for today. On today's live stream, we are going to be discussing when skill turns into cheating. So if you guys have any questions or suggestions, please put them in the chat and I'll answer them at the end of this video. Now, before we get started, I just want to remind you to subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you're always notified of our latest videos and live streams. If you're brand new to this channel and this is your first time here, my name is Heather Ferris and I am the founder of Vegas Aces. I'm an adjunct professor at UNLV, content creator, consultant, and I've been involved in the casino industry for over 15 years. I created Vegas Aces to help people learn how to play and deal casino table games. And as a way to give back to the community, we offer a free dealing trade school where we help place dealers at no cost. Now on with the show. Okay, so in this third part of this mini-series, we'll talk about when skill turns into cheating. And if you guys missed the first two videos, because again, this is a three-part series, check out What is Luck, which is the first video, and Skill versus Luck, which is the second video. Then watch this video after you've watched those videos. If you haven't seen them, click on the links in the description below so that way you can find them easily. Now, in the last video, we talked about the scale and where luck is on either side. You know, luck is on one side, cheating is on the other. So as the scale goes, it's luck, skill, advantage players, and then cheating or cheaters. So today we're going to talk about that last part where skill turns into cheating. Now, real quick, skill is when a player or a person follows the casino's rules while being able to turn the advantage in their favor. Both skill and cheating take dedication, focus, practice, and time in order to perfect these skills, but that's where the similarity ends. Now, while skill follows the rules of the house, cheating breaks those rules. Skillful players work towards changing the house edge in their favor. Now, this small change in percentage means that these players will both win and lose, and they'll accept the outcomes and move on. Cheaters, they take that percentage and throw it out the window, as they are the ones who decide when they win and lose. There is no chance, no game, it's only a scam. Now, the definition of cheating is when the player breaks the rules in order to increase their monetary value. In more stark terms, cheating is illegal. Now, card counting and advantage players are legal and are considered a skill. Again, card counters and advantage players are considered a skill and they are legal. Now, pass posters, pinchers, swapping the deck, and a whole list of other maneuvers, those are all illegal and therefore are considered cheating. So, when skill turns into cheating, that is when the player's actions go from being legal to illegal. So, why do we hear about card counters being arrested? Well, when the card counter is caught, the casinos will typically tell them that they could play any other game in the casino except blackjack. If the card counter doesn't heed the casino's warnings and continues to upset them, then because the casino is a private property, they can have that person arrested for trespassing. They are not arrested for card counting. When you are arrested for cheating, and we will go over some of the different cheating methods here in the next section, that is when it becomes serious. Now, according to the NRS 465.083, it is illegal for Nevada, it's illegal in Nevada to alter elements of chance. The method of selection or criteria which determine the result of the game, or the amount or frequency of the payment, value of the wagering instrument, and or credit. Okay, so I totally butchered that. Let me try to do that one more time just so you guys can hear the whole thing. NRS 465.083. Check it out. And before I do this again, thank you very, very much, Domestic, for the super chat. Really do appreciate it. You are freaking awesome. Thank you so much. And we will get Pip your treats in 1 second. The NRS 465, there we go, 465.083. It is illegal in Nevada to alter the elements of chance, method of selection, or criteria which determine the result of the game, the amount or frequency of the payment, the value of a wagering instrument, and or credit. I hope that was much better the second time. Okay, now, if the player is caught, then this is a Category B felony in Nevada with a punishment of 1 to 6 years in state prison and or up to $10,000 in fines and restitution to the gambling establishment, the gaming establishment. You don't even have to carry out your plans for you to be charged with this. Both the players and dealers who try to cheat the casino can still be convicted of cheating or conspiracy to cheat. It doesn't matter if these actions were carried out or not. What matters is that the person actually sat down at the table and planned out a way to cheat the casinos. Now, before we go on to the next section, a quick word from our sponsor. And again, Domestic, very much do appreciate that super chat. If you like this video and you want to help support Vegas Aces, then please remember to tip your dealer, like Domestic. There we go. Thank you very much. And now you can with Super Chat. Super Chat is a way YouTube allows you to show your appreciation by tipping me any amount you want. Go ahead, give it a try. Now, we have these Super Chat perks. So as you could see here, Domestic did $5, and we are going to do treats for Pip. So let's get Pip over here. Hey, Pippi. Oh, she's like, what do you want? And let's give her some food. We have to get her some food. Here we go. Thank you again, Domestic. Very much appreciate the super chat, and I know Pip does too. There you go. Okay. Now, if you don't want to do a super chat, if you want to give your support by doing something else, then one of the ways you could do so is by going to my Patreon page, and we have several different levels and rewards for you to choose from. Any membership level counts, even $1, so please go join today. Now, remember, if you guys have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please put them in the chat, and we will go through them at the end of this video. Now, just one more. Thank you very much for the super chat. Really do appreciate it. Happy holidays. I hope you have a good one. I have a question for you. Does the casino deal with card counters differently to past posters? So yes, they do deal with them differently. Once the casino realizes that the player is a card counter, and let's just move this real quick so you guys could see Pip. Once they realize that the player is a card counter, they will ask the player to, again, you could play it. They'll go up to the player and they'll be like, sir, you were too good for us. You're just really good for us at this game. You know, we would be happy to have you play on any other game in this casino, but unfortunately, we can't have you play blackjack anymore. Again, you could play any other game in this casino, but you can't play blackjack. Now, if the card counter decides to keep playing blackjack, then that's when the casino will come back the second time. Sir, we told you you couldn't play. It's private property. You are now being trespassed from property, and they 86 the person. If it's a past poster, then that's cheating. So what they'll try to do is they'll try to gather as much evidence as possible on the eye in the sky, and then they'll use that that video, that evidence in court when they convict him of this felony. Okay, so I hope that answers your question. Again, thank you very much for the super chat for both of you guys. Pip appreciated it. Thank you. And let us continue on with the show. Okay, so we talked about the first section, when skill turns into cheating. Now, what is cheating? Okay, in the last section, we used the general term of cheating to describe a whole host of actions. Now, there are so many different methods of cheating that it would actually take hours to cover. Pass, posting, and pressing are pretty much the same thing. And it's when the player knows the outcome of the game and they place more money on their wager so they could be paid more. Pinching is when you take money off of your bet. And this is typically occurs when the player lost and they want to lose less. So they'll take money off of there. There's also ways you can use pinching that are pretty ingenious. If you check out my old video, roulette scam, something about a roulette scam. It was like in August of 2020, September of 2020, somewhere around there. Anyway, we talk about the Savannah on roulette, where they use pinching. Again, totally ingenious move. They use pinching for the scam on that game. If you can, check it out. Really, really interesting. Okay. Now, pinching, pressing, and pass posting are the most common cheating maneuvers executed in the casino. It is illegal also to swap a deck or a shoe, which is a bit harder now since casinos have the shoes on those gold chains attached to the tables. Marked cards are also illegal, whether that's on blackjack or any other casino game. And believe it or not, it's illegal to have an electronic device, in other words, your cell phone, anywhere near the table in order to help you cheat. Now, that is why dealers will always tell you to take your phone off the table or to put your phone away, or you can't have your phone anywhere near the table when you're playing. That's the reason why. If players need to take a phone call, the player will even need to stop playing and step away from the game to take that phone call if they're going to use their phone. So that's the reason why it's illegal to have any kind of electronic device near the table in order to help you to cheat. So they just tell you to put your phone away and you can't use your phone. Now, this is pretty interesting. There is an app. Of course, there's an app for everything. There's an app where if you have this app on your phone, you could figure out what number will hit next on roulette. Okay, I kid you not. Now, if you hold your phone with this app over the roulette wheel while the app's going, by using the speed of the ball and the speed of the wheel, they could figure out what number that ball is going to hit. And it's really, really interesting. So you might notice on a roulette table around the roulette wheel, dealers will usually ask you to step away from the roulette wheel. And then they also have a guard around the roulette wheel. One of the reasons why they don't want you anywhere near the roulette wheel in order to alter the outcome of the ball. But cheaters don't normally use apps to help them cheat. A lot of cheaters will use sleight of hand and magician type maneuvers or tricks to pull off their scams. This mechanic, for example, will spend hours and hours and hours of at-home practice. Have you guys heard that before? In order to perfect their skills. These people will even buy casino table games so that way they can have the real thing at their home. So that way they could sit there and they can practice for hours on end, perfecting their moves and their skills so people can't see anything. And they do this before they go into the casino. Another thing cheaters are going to do is they will shop the casino to see where they want to try out their scam. And they'll typically look for weak dealers who don't really know how to deal properly, and they'll try to take advantage of those dealers. That's why it's really, really good to know your game, know how to deal, know the policies and procedures. As a dealer, you want to follow those policies and procedures at all time. It's really important. You don't want to be one of those weak dealers that they put their sights on. Okay, so before we go on to the next section, we're going to go to a quick commercial break for you guys. If you like this video and you want to help support Vegas Aces, then one of the ways you could do so is by going to vegas-aces.com and clicking on one of our affiliate banners. When you sign up for an account through an affiliate link, then our website gets a small commission. If you guys ever have any problems or disputes, email me, heather@vegas-aces.com, and we will help you through it. Okay, on with the show. And again, if you guys have any questions, comments, suggestions, please put it in the chat, and we will go through all of them at the end of this video. Now, how do casinos fight back against cheating? The first line of defense is not the cheaters. The first line of defense is the dealers. The second line of defense is the floor supervisors. Third line of defense is the eye in the sky. And the fourth line of defense are the other players that see this cheating and don't agree with it, calling the cheater out in the process. Now, as the casino dealer, if you are noticing anything suspicious, then discreetly tell your floor supervisor the next time you're able to, so that way they could start gathering evidence that they need in order to give to the police. Please, 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 please do not yell out, "Hey, we got a cheater right here, first base. Look at the little cheating he's doing. Watch him. I'm seeing it, see?" Now, because of that, if you do that, the cheater will run out of there like the flash, and the casino can't do anything about it. So instead, when possible, discreetly tell your floor supervisor, so that way they can have the eye in the skies, watch them on the cameras, and gather evidence, so that way they could prosecute them in court. Now, just so you know, casinos are allowed to detain players. A lot of people think it is illegal for casinos to detain you, but it is not illegal. The casinos can legally detain their players as long as it's for a reasonable amount of time while they are waiting for the cops to arrive and handle the situation. When detaining suspected cheaters, employees have the legal authority to question anyone involved in cheating. If they have probable cause that any cheating happened, they may detain that person for, again, a reasonable amount of time until the police are able to arrive and take over the situation. If the cheater is bad enough, they may throw the book at him, specifically the black book, which is in fact a book, and it is in fact black. Now, if you guys want, you can see a copy of the Black Book at the Mob Museum in downtown Las Vegas. Now, when a lot of people hear the word cheating, they typically think that the casino is trying to protect themselves from the cheater or the players. Actually, the casino has to worry about their dealers cheating just as much as they have to worry about their players cheating, right? The player watches their staff just as closely as they watch their players. It is extremely important for the casino industry to maintain the honesty and integrity of the game at all times. That means both sides have to be honest, and the game has to have integrity. No cheating, no magnets under the wheel, no, oh my God, the casino's cheating me out of money. No, we're not cheating you out of money. It is in the casino's best interest to maintain the honesty and integrity of the game. And if the casino was found cheating, they would totally crush this honesty and integrity thing, and nobody would ever want to go to a casino. It's in the casino's best interest to make sure that the game is run fairly and properly, and that the honesty and integrity of the game is kept at all times. Now, just because of that, that doesn't mean that the game doesn't have a house edge. That's just part of playing. It's entertainment. but the casino is trying to keep a fair and honest game going on. Okay, so again, they're trying to maintain the honesty and integrity of the game at all times, and that is why policies and procedures are put into place for the dealers and the floor supervisors to follow. It is very, very, very important for dealers to follow all policies and procedures at all times. This way, if anyone deviates from the policies and procedures put in place, the eye in the sky will be able to catch them faster because that action is not the normal procedure and it will stick out like a sore thumb. Okay, so that really, really helps guys in surveillance. Now, if you guys have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please put them in the chat and we will answer your questions here shortly. Just a quick reminder, Vegas Aces is supported by viewers like you. Donations make it possible for us to bring you all of these videos for free. If you think this video was worth more than $0, please donate the amount you feel it's worth by clicking the link in the description below. And we got no updates, so let's go to your questions. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. And again, thank you so, so much for the super chats. Really, really do appreciate it. Okay, let's see. Joey, is it cheating if you don't get caught, or is it not getting caught a skill? Oh, that's a good question. That's a really good question. Not getting caught is a skill of its own. That is true. There is luck in there, but getting caught is a skill of its own, and people go through a lot not to get caught. They change their names, their physical features, how they dress. I mean, they're actors. Like, some of them are really impressive actors. So that is a skill on its own for sure. And is it cheating if you don't get caught? Is it still murder if you kill a person and you don't get caught? Is it still theft if you steal a TV but you don't get caught? Is it still littering if no one sees you? I'd say yeah. Yeah. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. It is not cheating. It's rude to the dealer and other players taking a call during a hand. Okay. Can luck turn into skill? I think we talked about it in the last video, video number 2, skill versus luck. If you want to see that video, you could check it out by clicking the link in the description below. I have that link in the description. Luck cannot turn into skill because luck is something that is random and that happens per chance, and it's a one-time thing, whereas skill is where a person has focused energy and attention working on specific things like muscle memory, for example, and they work on it for hours and hours and hours in order to develop those skills. And that's the difference between luck and skill. Again, I say it much more elegantly in my second video, so check it out in the link in the description below. Black book or circular? No, casinos don't do that anymore. Casinos are corporations and they don't like cleaning up those kind of messes. They'll just, sue you in court. It's bloodless that way. Using your scale from luck to skill to AP to cheating. Okay, I don't think does the casino look for players? Okay. Skill and luck, I don't think I understand your first question. For example, try to reword it, please, because I'm not getting it. For your second question, does the casino look for players stealing from other players? Players standing next, that's a really great question. So okay, so here's the thing. There are so many eyes in the casino, and their job in that casino, whether it's from the dealers to the floor supervisors to, security, to the eye in the sky, to even the janitor, for example, If anyone notices someone stealing from another player, they would tell management, and management would tell security, and security would take care of it. And the reason why is because if you have a casino where players are having things stolen from them on a regular basis, no one's going to want to go to that casino. That's bad for business. You're going to run off all your customers that way. So if casinos are able to keep their casino safe, and you sort of saw that in 2020 where they had some trouble trying to keep their casino safe, they want the casino to be safe. They want people to feel safe. They want people to feel like they can go somewhere and have this entertainment and be safe and not have to worry about, oh, someone stole my wallet, or someone stole my chips, or someone stole, So the casinos, it's in the casino's best interest to have a safe environment and to maintain that safety for other players. So that's why if they see something like that, they would in fact take care of it. They would in fact handle that. So I hope that answers your question. And then I know I skipped, who did I skip? There we go. Domestic slot machines. Do the casinos tighten or loosen the machines? This is a great question to ask the Wizard of Odds, which we do an AMA every other Thursday, I think, about around 3 p.m. The next one we're going to do is on Thursday, January 7th at 3 p.m. This is definitely a question for him. From my memory, from what I've heard Mike Shackelford talk about, the casinos like a return. They like it to be around 97, 98%. They don't want it too loose. They don't want it too tight. They want a nice, sweet middle, because if players are getting money back, they're more likely to stay at in their chairs longer, and they'll give the money back to the casino. So the casinos don't want the slots to be too tight. They also don't want it to be too loose. It's a sweet spot. And again, perfect question to ask Mike Shackelford. The odds must be crazy on January 7th, 2021 at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Oh my God, it's 2021 already. Whew. Is it true that a casino can refuse to pay you if they suspect your card counting? Great question. Every casino is different, but from the casinos that I've seen personally in my experience, let me tell you this story. This story should be able to answer your question. So I was dealing in Las Vegas at a Las Vegas casino, and I had a player on my table, and his spread was just crazy. He was card counting. He was doing a $5 bet, then a $500 bet, then, back down to $5 and $1,000. I mean, the spread was just insane. He wasn't even trying to hide the fact that he was card counting. And my floor supervisor, came over, and he's like, cut the deck in half. Okay, so I'm cutting the deck in half, and we're dealing it out. And, they're watching him like they obviously know that he's a card counter. And 30 minutes into this, security and police come to the table. It was like 2 security guards and 2 or 3 policemen. They come to the table. The guy stands up, doesn't say a word. No word is spoken amongst anyone, either the cops, the security, or this guy. The guy just stands up, puts his hands behind his back. They handcuff him. They take all of the money that he had, and they go to the cage and they cash him out, because he got to keep that money, and he knew that. That's what ended up happening. And I asked my floor supervisor, like, what the heck just happened? And he said, that guy was one of the MIT guys. He's blacklisted in the black book, from Las Vegas, can't play anywhere. And we have his face in the facial recognition system in the cameras. So as soon as he walked in, security was notified, and they called, the cops. And they were basically waiting for the cops to get there before they could go down and arrest him for trespassing. But when they did it, when they arrested him, he was able to keep his money. They went to the cashier's cage. They cashed him out. His money was put in his little bag of stuff that, you know, he spent the night in jail or whatever for whatever it was for trespassing. And the next day he got to walk away with the money. I don't know if that works everywhere, but as far as in Las Vegas, I know that if you are busted, you still get to keep the money. So I hope that answers your question. Okay, if you guys have any more questions, speak now or forever hold your peace, because that would be the end of the video for today. Just a quick announcement real fast. We are going to have no live stream on Thursday, Christmas Eve, one of those two. There we go, Christmas Eve. We are going to be taking that day off. So we are off Thursday, Friday. We are also going to be off on the next Thursday for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. So no live streams on those days. Our next live stream is going to be on December 28th, Monday, December 28th. And we are going to be doing a Jeopardy live stream. If anybody here wants to be a contestant on our Jeopardy live stream on Monday, the 28th, December 28th, so next week, email me at heather@vegas-aces.com. We need 2 more contestants, and then we should be good. So let me know. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying here in the chat real fast, and then we'll sign off for the day. Let's see. Merry Christmas. Yes, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, definitely. Whew. Joey said it better. With your last story, did he go in my last story, that was in Las Vegas. It was Las Vegas, Nevada. So not an Indian reservation. Sweet. And that's it. That does it for today's show. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really do appreciate it. Please join us on our next live stream, Monday, December 28th at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, where we're going to be doing Jeopardy! Until then, this is Heather Ferris with Vegas Aces, reminding you that education can change the world. Have a great day, everyone. Take care.